It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll motion over Thielen. On second down, Young. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Three plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. We'll try to run for it with Hubbard. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets, like here in this one, I think he...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. 3rd and long. Throwing is Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On play action, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Tremble comes in motion. Young hands it to Hubbard. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Motion man set right. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. From the gun, it's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. Quickly to the outside and complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They motion a receiver right. On 1st down is Young. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in backwards.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. A second down throw for Young. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Here's Young. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. The Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. We'll go play action now with Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And this will be a Panthers first down as the tackle's made at the 26-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Sending a receiver right. Young to throw on 1st and 10. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. One quarter in the books. The Panthers off to the early advantage. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Young. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Now Hubbard. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Another run here with Hubbard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll go again with Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now Young. It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Catch made by Thielen. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tell.
A dive, and he's in! Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They're going to go play action with Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Penix. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Second down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Another run here for Robinson. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. On 2nd down, Young. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 17-yard line.
First rule of backed up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Young to throw on 1st down. That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's a Carolina 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Panthers stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Throwing now, Penix on first down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. It was the running back, Chuba Hubbard, who put together a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
They run over center with Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Robinson. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Penix. It is brought in the end zone. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons are back in this one. It's 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards. We'll give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, it's Hubbard. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Young hands it to Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll motion over Thielen. On first down is Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Young. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun. Young. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hubbard. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Panthers up their lead. It's now 24-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
To the left side in the hands of London. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Penix on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And here's Bijan. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
To throw is Penix. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Here's Penix. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons back within 10. It's now 24-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tremble comes in motion. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Off the play fake. Here's Young. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
He finds the big tight end, Tremble. 2nd time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Receiver in motion, going right. Here's Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. A gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bryce Young, touchdown, Panthers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. The Panthers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. To the outside. Catch made by London.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. That's caught. Ray McMillan. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Again, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Penix gonna throw again. He puts it up, and it's caught. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. He's to midfield.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll go again with Hubbard. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.